My name is Tuja Sudarshan Kaya. Today's date is 26 September 2024. Today's topic is queue in Java. The queue interface is present in the java.util package that extend the collection of interface. Each is used to hold the element to be processed in the FIFO first in first out order. It is order list of object within use the limited of insertion element at the end of the list and deleting element from the start of the list. That is, it follows the FIFO, means first in first out principle. Being the interface in the queue needs the concrete class for the declaration, and the most common classes are the priority queue and linked list in Java. Note the either of this implementation in the thread set. Priority blocking queue is one of the alternative implementation of thread set implementation is needed. Creating queue object. Since queue is the interface object cannot be created of the type of queue. We always need a class which extends this list in order to create an object. And also after the introduction and generic in Java 1.5, it is the possible of restriction the type of object that can be stored the queue. In Java, queue interface is a subtype of collection interface and represent a collection of element in specific order. It follows the first in first out, means FIFO principle, which means that the element are retrieved in the order which they were added to the queue. Queue interface provides several methods for adding, removing, and inspect element in the queue. Where are some the most commonly used method? First is the add element. Add an element to the rear of the queue. In the queue is a full in throw and exception. Second is the offer element. Second is the offer element. Add an element to the rear in of the queue if the queue is the return false. Next is the remove and return the element at the front of the queue. In the queue is empty, throw an exception. Next is the poll. Remove and return the element at the front of the queue. If the queue empty, it returns null. Next is the element. Uh, return the element at the front of the queue without removing in the if the queue is empty, it throws an exception. Next is the pick. Return the element at the front of the queue without removing it. If the queue is empty, it returns null. Next is the queue interface is implemented by the several classes in Java, including linked list, array queue, and priority queue. Each of these classes provide different implementation of the queue interface with different performance characteristic and features. Overall, the queue interface is the used for tools for managing collection of element in the specific order, and it is widely used in many different application and industries. Adding element. In order to add element in the queue, we can use to add method the insertion order is the written in the priority queue. The elements are stored based on the priority order, which is ascending by default. Removing element. In the order to remove an element from the queue, we can use the remove method if the multiple such as object and the first occurrence of the object in the is remove apart from that, poll method is used to remove an and head and the return it. It's all about the queue